the channel. Today we're building a wing for the Figured ZX.
Alright, so we're going to start out with showing you the hardware we're going to be using, some of the tools we're going to be using, and also the material we're going to be working with. So we're going to get into the tools we're going to be using. We're going to need a couple wrenches here. We're going to need two 11s, a 12, two 13s, and a 14. We're going to need a ratchet with a 3-inch extension. We're going to need a socket set, maybe a paint marker, maybe a drill, a couple extra batteries of course. And then we're going to move on to hardware here. We're going to be using these with these little brass washers here. They look pretty good with the wing, especially when we paint it black. Guys, so now I'm going to show you some of the materials we're going to be working with. So first right here we got our fins. These are what mount to the outside of the wing when you're seeing them. Those little fins that hang off the side. And then these right here, these are our mounting brackets to actually connect the fin to the wing itself. Right here we have our supports, which are what mount from the chassis mounts. This right here is our tensioning rods, and then I know you're going to see these in the background. These are some upcoming videos for you guys. This is the main part of it. This is the wing itself, and what we had to do to actually get this is we took two 2x4 pieces of steel, cut it in half, welded it together, and then when we first welded it, there was a lot of flimsiness to it, so to add some rigidity, we took a piece of angle iron, which is 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, tacked it every 2 inches, made it 10 times more sturdy.
So after Zach here explained what all you need to actually install the wing, all your tools you actually need, let's get to it. So first you need to remove the bumper and then the bash bar so we can have a solid mounting point to actually mount to so the wing is not floppy. So all the stuff you need. This is the main thing right here. This is what holds actually the supports to come up to the wing, you know. And so it's actually really easy to install. So for the actual mount, we use 1/4-inch steel to mount to the old bracket here. But you know, to like make everything line up and sit straight, we actually had to tap 2 holes in the body for these bolts, because what it does, it pulls them in, it like makes them tension in, so it's not so flimsy. Because this bracket is not it's strong, but we want more support, so it's not so flimsy. But now here we have 2 bolts and 2 nuts.
That's what she said!
So for the actual studs here, they were up here also, are the same length, but since we're using 1/4-inch steel, it wouldn't actually go through both parts of steel. So we actually, because right now, here, I'll show you how it overlays. So when you have these up here, these studs were not long enough to actually go through both parts of these steel. So we had to take these right here and actually get it to mount right. So what this bracket for to do, since we don't want a whole bunch of weight just pulling on the top of this, we actually want it doing the whole mount itself. So we actually took another 1/4-inch steel and we actually put it through and tapped 4 holes all the way through it. It's a little tough to go on, that's how you want it. So, and then when you put all the bolts on and you tighten them up, it's really solid.
Just like my dick.
I'll just put a couple of them on for now. And what this bracket here is for, the body is not very thick. So we actually had to make a bracket for the inside so there's more ground, so it's not just pulling on these 2 bolts only. So it actually has more support, so it's going to be really solid when we're done throwing it together. So this is the bracket right here that helps it so it's not so flimsy on just the body part. So what we do is on the back side, when I showed you those 2 like long bolts that go through the body and into here. So what we do is we hold that side and I tighten that side so it pulls the bracket in so it has tension all the time.
Live for a new day. We live life the hard way, but not today. Just
Alright guys, we're going to show you how durable it is when we mounted this to the chassis.
Yeah, see, that's no flex, that's just the whole car moving.
I'll show you guys this bracket as well.
Like, they're both solid, so the wing has no flex at all.
Alright guys, doing a little update here. So what we're working on now is fitting up the actual mounts itself for the wing. And for these we have 3 pieces of hardware. We have our 1 big bolt and nut, and then our 2 little ones with washers for each side. And what these do is they mount up right here on both sides, and then we have this tension rod in between them that pulls them together, so there's no torquing back and forth within the wing. And then the wing itself actually mounts to the top of these, and kind of give you a little visual idea of what we're working on here. Flex them in a tad bit, but alright guys, now that we actually got the supports on and we have the tensioning rod on, the next step is to take the wing itself and lay it on top and get it mounted on, so whenever we do all of our adjustments, it's all adjusted to the wing so we can get it set level. And then from there, we can put our fins on and we can basically start getting things back together here. Alright, get your set on. There's my brush for that, a little more.
Kind of slid.
Just feel my heart.
Alright guys, a little quick tip here. If you're ever needing to put a nut on underneath something and you just don't know how to get like underneath it, imagine if this is coming through the top and you need to put this on. Best way to do it is to literally sit your nut right on top of your washer, grab it with your middle finger and your pointer finger, not your pointer finger, sorry, your middle finger and your thumb, and then use your index finger, hold it upside down, and then when you push it onto the bolt, you just twist it nice and easy. So now what we're working on here is we're getting the fin actually mounted to the wing itself. So what we got to do is mount the fin to this bracket using this hardware. And we actually need to make a hardware stop. Forgot a couple pieces, changed the idea a little bit. So what we're going to do is use 2 for each one, mount it to the fin, and then take it over here and then mount it to the wing. So let's get into it.
Inside our love can grow so.
Alright guys, we're going to bring it over here and we're going to mount it to the wing. To the wang. Sorry, had my grammar wrong there for a second. Ignore the beautiful catastrophe we have going on right here at the moment.
Like we said, we're making a hardware stop pretty soon.
Yes, sir. Looks like spit. Looks like stick. I'm good with nuts.
But of course you are.
You're what?
I'm good with nuts, bro. Oh no!
Oh hell no!
Oh yeah. I didn't do that right. Yeah, I did. Alright, let's go ahead and get this beast tightened up.
Into the grace again. Let's
Oh, hell no!
Alright, we're getting the other side on now.
Yeah, it's almost mounted all the way up. Yeah, it's actually lined up really good on this side, weirdly, because nothing ever lines up.
into the grace again.
Why so serious?
Oops. Alright, this fin's on. It's ready to go. All we have to do now is literally, there's bolts down here that we haven't tightened all the way fully. So what we do now is we literally put tension on this, tighten them bolts up right here, and then we tighten tighten the center part right here. We should be good to go, and everything should be a solid wing.
Just so you guys know, this is basically just the prefab getting everything put together. We are going to go back and clean all this up, get all of it nice and smoothed up, but that's another video.
Got a thunder.
Alright.
Get around here. Get where you want it. There it is.
I'll be by your side. We'll live for a new day.
Alright guys, so we're going to be touching the last thing for today. So we're going to need two 13mm wrenches, and we're going to come down here and we're going to adjust these tensioning rods to push these two supports out to get rid of this torquing motion it has.
By your side, just stay, just stay. Let's not be
Alright guys, that's where we're going to end it for today. Got all the fabrication and mounting done. If you like what you've seen, don't forget to comment down below, and of course you gotta subscribe, you can't forget that. I mean, come on now. Bring that.
Alright guys, don't forget, Thursday, December 28th, we'll be uploading a brand new video. But on that note, peace out, have a good night.